After doing thousands of Mephisto, Andariel, and Pindle skin runs, I thought it would be a good idea to do it all over again but with 500 magic find this time. And I found absolutely amazing things in these 1000 Mephisto runs. This is the gear that I'm using for this video. The Oculus with an Ist rune, Shaco with a perfect topaz, 27 Maras, Spirit Monarch, Scolders with a perfect topaz, 39 Chances, perfect Nagel ring with 30 magic find, Arachnid mesh, a Stone of Jordan, and 50 MF for Travelers. I'm also using a 40 magic find Guide, a 71 Cold Sunder, 3 Cold Skillers, a 1429 Annihilus, a 1619 Torch, and a bunch of small charms giving me magic find and resist. As you can see, that brings me to 500 magic find. As for my build, I'm a Blizzard Frozen Orb Sorceress. Also, this video was done online on ladder. With that being said, let's get into it. On run 11, I found a very good budget helm for Act 2 Mercenaries, Rockstopper. It rolled with 15 vitality, but the resists are all over the place. On run 19, I found one of the best items in the game for Necromancers, Homunculus. The 40 all resist, very high block rate, and 5 mana after each kill make this item very useful. Then on the next run, 20, I found two things, some Assassin's Weapon and some Javelins. The Assassin's Weapons are Bartok's Cutthroat, but it rolled with 5 lifesteal, which is the minimum. The Javelins are Demon's Arc. This can be very good for throw barbarians, and it rolled with maximum lifesteal of 12. On the next run, 21, I found very good gloves for Smiter Paladins, Dracul's Grasp, and it rolled with very acceptable stats. Then on run 23, 4 uniques dropped at the same time, but I'm only interested in the gloves, Mage Fist. These are the best gloves in the game for casters. 20 runs later, on run 43, I found one of the best weapons in the game for shapeshifting druids, Rib Cracker, and it rolled with 269 unarmed damage out of 300. Then on run 45, I found the best javelins in the game for Amazons, Titan's Revenge, but unfortunately it's not F. 5 runs later, on run 50, I found one of the best armor in the game for casters, Viper Magi, and it rolled with 34 all resist, only 1 from perfect. This is one of the most sought after item early ladder. Then on run 52, a very nice unique Grand Charm dropped. The zone is not terrorized, so it's a guide. How much magic find will it be? 37, not too bad. On run 56, I found 2 uniques, an Elder Staff and an Ogre Axe. The Elder Staff is Undal's Wisdom, which is the only item other than Annihilus that gives experience bonus. The Ogre Axe is Bonehoot, which can be a pretty good budget mercenary weapon. It has 50% chances of casting level 16 Bone Spear, which deals about 150 damage. On run 61, I found a weapon that gives the highest amount of resist in the game, Wizard Spike. That gives a total of 300 resist, which is absolutely crazy. On run 64, I found 2 helms, 1 set and 1 unique. The set is Tal Rasha Helm, which is extremely common, and the unique is Jalal's Mane, which is one of the best belt in the game for druids. Then on run 109, I found a decent budget armor for PvP, Tooth Row, but it would be much better F. On run 116, I found a bunch of things, a unique sorceress weapon, a unique shield, and a rare amulet. The weapon is the Oculus, which is exactly what I'm using right now. The unique shield is Moser's Blessed Circle, which is an excellent shield if you need to get some resist. If you put 2 perfect diamonds in there, that would bring the shield to 63 all resist. If you pair this with Wizard Spike that we just found, you get a combined 133 all resist. You're pretty much invincible. And the rare amulet is surprisingly good also. 2 to cold skills, 46 life and 20 all resist. One of the best rare amulet that I found yet. On run 124, I found a very good unique armor, the Gladiator's Bane. The damage reduction and the cannot be frozen stat make this armor very useful for Act 2 mercenaries. Then on the next run, 125, I found something else extremely good for Act 2 mercenaries, the Reaper's Toll. Unfortunately, it rolled with very low enhanced damage and only 12 lifesteal. On run 190, I found a very good budget Necromancer armor, Triangle Scales, not too uncommon but still very nice to find. Then on run 194, I found a pretty good helm for physical characters and mercenaries, Crown of Thieves, but unfortunately it rolled with horrible stats. On run 217, I found one of the only 2 boots that can give Crushing Blow, Goblin Toe. Unfortunately, there's no faster run walk and all the other stats are terrible. Then on run 226, I found a nice low-level magic find item, Tarn Helm, and with 44 magic find. Nothing crazy, but I always love to identify these magic find items. 2 runs later on run 228, I found a nice unique helm, Darksight Helm. This is one of only 2 unique helms that can give the can't be frozen stat. That has a base drop rate of 1 in 3077 Mephisto runs. On run 232, I found very good unique boosts for Javazons, Silkweave. The 5 mana after each kill make it almost impossible for Javazons to run out of mana. Then on run 246, I found 2 things, unique gloves and a unique belt. The gloves are Mage Fist, that we found before. The belt is Loomstrap, which can be a very good belt for an energy shield sorceress, but unfortunately it's F. On run 251, I found a very good belt for physical characters, String of Ears, but unfortunately it rolled with horrible stats. Then on run 264, I found a mercenary weapon that we found before, the Reaper Stole again. But this time it rolled with 15 lifesteal, which is the maximum, but 191 enhanced damage, which is pretty much the minimum. 2 runs later on run 266, I found the best in slot belt for Magic Find, Gold Wrap. Nothing exceptional, but still very cool to find. Then on run 268, I found a nice budget shield for casters, Lidless Wall. Nothing crazy, but still very useful until you get your hands on a Spirit Monarch. On run 274, I found the best gloves for physical characters, Laying of Hands, and it rolled with almost perfect defense. 2 runs later on run 276, I found a very good belt for melee characters, Nosferatu's Coil. The 10% slow only appears on one other belt, which is Arachnid Mesh, and the 10% increased attack speed also only appears on one other belt, Gold Wrap. On run 285, the chest behind Mephisto dropped a pretty cool Grand Charm, giving 1 to defensive auras for paladins and 31 to life. Nothing crazy, but life skillers are always nice to find. Then 10 runs later on run 295, I found another pretty cool Grand Charm, but this time from Mephisto. 7 to maximum damage, 54 attack rating, and 34 to life. On run 311, I found a very nice unique amulet from Mephisto. It's the only unique amulet that gives Deadly Strike in the game, High Lord's Wrath. 1 to all skills, 20 increased attack speed, and Deadly Strike. This is a very powerful amulet. It has a base drop rate of only 1 in 8,228 Mephisto runs. 4 runs later on run 315, 2 items drop, a unique Sallet and a unique Gothic bow. The unique Sallet is Rockstopper, but this time with very low resist. The bow is Gold Strike Arc, and it rolled with pretty good stats overall. If you upgrade this to a Hydra bow, this is one of the most powerful bow in the game. On run 336, I found some very good unique battle gauntlets, Lava Gout. Level 10 enchant gives an attack rating bonus of 101%, and the 2% chance may seem very low, but a level 10 enchant lasts for 6 minutes, so once it procs, it will always stay on. It has a base drop rate of 1 in 4,489 runs. On run 370, I found the item that gives the highest amount of mana increase in the game with 40%, Frostburn, and it rolled with perfect 49 defense. This is especially useful if you need mana or if you are an energy shield sorceress. On run 387, I found a very nice unique Demon Hide armor, Skin of the Flayed One, and it's F. With the lifesteal and replenished life, this is a pretty good armor, especially if upgraded. On run 393, I found 2 items, a unique Yari and a set helm. The unique Yari is Hone Sunden, which can be a very good budget mercenary weapon because of the crushing blow and the 3 open sockets. The set helm is Immortal King's Will, but it only rolled with 33 magic find out of 40. Then on run 407, I found a very good unique armor if you need to boost your resist, Guardian Angel. This is especially good for Smiter Paladins and Act 2 mercenaries. 5 runs later on run 412, I found a very good belt for hardcore players, Verdungo's Hearty Cord, and it rolled with only 10% damage reduction but 39 vitality. It has a base drop rate of 1 in 4,251 Mephisto runs. On run 436, I found 2 things, unique shark skin boots and a Grand Charm. The boots are Water Walk, and it rolled with perfect enhanced defense with 210, and the Grand Charm gives +1 to War Cries for Barbarians. Then on run 450, I found some pretty niche unique weapon, Norse Tenderizer. It's not at all an endgame weapon, but with that very high cold damage, it can still be very viable for a leveling Zeal or Paladin. Unfortunately, it rolled with extremely low enhanced damage. Then 3 runs later on run 453, Mephisto dropped something absolutely amazing. Just watch. Yes, a low rune. That has a drop rate of 1 in 40,770 Mephisto runs. What a crazy drop. On run 465, I found a unique weapon that could be used in many niche ways, Rune Master, and with 5 open sockets. With 5 Ohm runes in there, this is the weapon that can get to the highest amount of increased damage in the game, with a total of 520%. You could also use 2 Rune Master with 5 Lem runes in each to reach 750% gold find. Then on run 479, I found a unique Chaos Armor that is especially good against demons, Black Hades. I don't know if that could be part of any specific build, but with 3 open sockets, I'm sure it can be used for something. 15 runs later on run 494, Mephisto dropped a unique armor that we found before, Viper Magi, but this time with only 28 all resist. 4 runs later on run 498, I found some very good unique javelins for Amazons, Thunderstroke. It rolled with 4 to javelin skills, but unfortunately only 167 enhanced damage. On run 500, I found a pre-buff unique staff for Sorceress and a set belt. The staff is Warp Spare, pretty much only useful for Energy Shield. And the set belt is Mavina Belt, and it rolled with maximum defense of 86. Then on the next run, 501, I found one of the best magic find item in the entire game, Blade of Alibaba, but unfortunately it's F. 4 runs later on run 505, I found some unique Assassin's Claws, Fire Lizard's Talons, but it rolled with absolutely terrible stats. It's pretty uncommon with a base drop rate of only 1 in 13,809 Mephisto runs. Then on run 508, I found some very good unique gloves that we found before, Dracul's Grasp. It rolled with very high enhanced defense and perfect 15 strength, but very low lifesteal and life after each kill. On run 514, I found one of the best pairs of gloves for casters, Triangle Claws, and with perfect defense of 74. Not uncommon at all, but still pretty much best in slot for casters. Then 2 runs later on run 516, I found the best belt in the game for casters, Arachnid Mesh. Unfortunately, it rolled with only 92 enhanced defense, but it doesn't really matter. On run 528, I found a unique helm that could be extremely good, Valkyrie Wing, but with the lowest possible stats, 1 to Amazon skills, 2 mana after each kill, and 150 enhanced defense. It could not be any worse than that. Then on the next run, 529, I found 2 items, Set Gloves and a unique Colossus crossbow. The gloves are Triangle Claws that we found 15 runs ago. The unique crossbow is Hellrack, which is a very powerful bow as on weapon. On run 546, I found a unique bow that I always thought was pretty cool, Kuko Shakaku. It's nothing special, but it's one of the first unique bow that I've used when I was like 11 years old. And for some reason, I always thought the name Kuko Shakaku was very fun to pronounce. Then on run 554, I found a unique one that I've never seen before, Torch of Iroh. It's nothing special, but for a level 5 Necromancer, it's pretty good. And it has a very low drop rate of only 1 in 12,430 Hell Mephisto runs. 10 runs later on run 564, I found 2 items, a unique armor and unique javelins. The unique armor is Kroka, which is pretty good for a low-level mercenary. Increased attack speed and 35 chances of open wounds can be very useful. The javelins are Demon's Arc, and it rolled with pretty mid stats. Then on run 574, I found some very good thrown weapons, Gibber Shred. This and Demon's Arc that we just found can be very powerful in a throw barbarian. 3 runs later on run 577, I found 2 things, a set belt and a unique ring. The set belt is Mavina Belt, that we already found. The ring is Ravenfrost and it rolled with acceptable stats. Then on run 586, I found a very good mercenary weapon that we saw twice before, the Reaper's Toll, and again it rolled with pretty low enhanced damage. Maybe one day we'll find the perfect one. On run 597, I found some unique assassin's weapons, Jade Talon. It rolled with 2 and 2 on the skills, 14 mana steal and 47 all resist, but only 203 enhanced damage. Then 5 runs later on run 602, I found 2 things for Amazons, a unique bow and set gloves. The unique bow is Witchwild String. This bow is a lot more powerful than it seems, with chances to cast amplified damage on striking, very high deadly strike, all resists and 2 sockets. And the set item is Mavina Gloves. On run 605, I found a very good unique bone knife that we found before, Wizard Spike. Again, this is the best item in the game in terms of resist. 2 runs later on run 607, I found a unique armor that I always love to identify, Ormus Robes, and with 14, 12, 15, which is pretty solid, but unfortunately the skill is only Warmth. Then on run 614, I found 2 items, a unique Divine Scepter and a unique ring. The unique scepter is Hand of Blessed Light and it rolled with perfect 160 enhanced damage, but I don't play Paladin and I'm not sure if this has any use case. And the ring is only a 23 Nagel ring. On run 620, Mephisto drops a unique ring, again, but this time it is Ravenfrost, and with 20 dexterity but only 218 attack rating, still pretty good. Then on run 629, Mephisto dropped another item that I always love to identify, Escuda's Temper, but with only 1 to skills, 10, 13 and 23 energy. That's absolutely terrible. 4 runs later on run 633, I found other very good unique weapons for throw barbarians, Warstrike. It would be much better F, but it doesn't matter. The piercing attack and deadly strike make this weapon very strong, and it has a base drop rate of only 1 in 22,719 Mephisto runs, so I was very lucky to find it on Meph. Then on run 646, I found something unbelievable from Mephisto, probably the most expensive unique amulet in the game. Yes! perfect Mares. I've been using a 27 Mares since the first few days of ladder, so that perfect one is a very nice little upgrade. Then on run 663, I found the armor that gives the highest amount of physical damage reduction in the game with 30%, Shaft Stop. This is especially good on an Act 2 mercenary. 2 runs later on run 665, I found some pretty cool thrown weapons, the Scalper, and its Eth. At first I was excited because I thought it would be Eth Gimmer Shred, but it's still a pretty cool find even though it's not that good. Then on run 671, Mephisto didn't drop anything and it was pretty difficult to open the chest behind him, but in the end it was worth it. It dropped a Grand Charm giving +1 to elemental skills and 4 to strength. It's the second skiller that I get from that chest. On the next run 672, Mephisto dropped a unique amulet. What is this one going to be? Crescent Moon. I'm not sure what the use case for this one is. Maybe for an energy shield sorceress? If you know, please let me know in the comments. On run 683, I found a unique helm that we found before and the stats were terrible. Valkyrie Wing. This time with much more defense but still only 1 skill. Then on run 686, I found some unique Colossus crossbow that we also found before. Hellrack, but this time very close to perfection with 228 enhanced damage. On run 689 I found a unique salad that we also got before, but this time with much better resist, Rock Stopper. The enhanced defense is very low but the resists are quite good this time. Then on run 696 2 things dropped, a unique helm and a unique amulet. The unique helm is Valkyrie Wing again, and yes, with absolutely terrible stats. And the amulet is the Cat's Eye. Faster run walk, increased attack speed and dexterity. This is all very good for Amazons. On run 711 I found 2 things, unique flying axes and a unique shield. The flying axes are Gimmer Shred that we found before. The unique shield is Alma Negra, which seems pretty good but I'm not sure if it has any use case. Then on run 724 I found some unique boots and a unique weapon. The unique boots are Water Walk, which we already found. And the unique weapon is Hellslayer, and it's F. The damage on that weapon seems absolutely crazy to me. I'm really not sure if this is worth a Zod or not. 7 runs later on run 731 I found a weapon that I always love to identify, Escuta's Temper. But this time 2 skills, 12, 14 and 21 energy. Again, absolutely terrible. Then on run 737, something unbelievable happened. Mephisto didn't drop anything, but the chest behind him dropped... Yes, a low rune. Again, my second low rune of these 1000 runs. Absolutely crazy. Then on the next run, 738, I found a very offensive, unique dragon shield, Tiamat's Rebuke. It seems pretty good for a level 38, and the 34 all resist is quite useful, but other than that, I'm not sure if it has any use case. 2 runs later on run 740, I found a very good budget bow for Amazons, Lycander's Aim. Not an endgame weapon at all, but still more than enough to clear hell. Then on run 742, I found a unique Etin axe that we found before, Rune Master, and again with 5 sockets. Now that I have 2 Rune Masters with 5 sockets, maybe I could try this Gold's Find build. I just need 10 Limb Runes now. On run 753, I found a unique amulet that I have not seen very often before, the Rising Sun. The fire absorb per level can be very useful in some situations and can go as high as 75. Then on run 771, I found 2 items, unique gloves and a unique Executioner Sword. The gloves are Venom Grip, which can be good budget gloves for a Smiter Paladin. And the unique sword is Sword Guard, but it rolled with minimum all resist of 10 out of 20. On run 783, I found one of the best belts in the game for Javazons, Thunder Viger, and it rolled with very high enhanced defense of 196. This can be very useful when fighting Uber Mephisto with the 20 lightning absorb. Then 2 runs later on run 785, I found something that I found a few times before, Escuta's Temper, but this time with 3 skills, 13, 18 and 22 energy. Still not great, but at least now I got 3 skills. On run 796, I found the best helm in the game for Act 2 mercenaries, Andorial Visage, and it even rolled with very high stats, 10 lifesteal, 28 strength, and 144 enhanced defense. This is very good. It has a base drop rate of 1 in 4,240 Mephisto runs. Then on run 808, I found the best gloves in the game for Magic Find, Chanseys, but it rolled with only 30 Magic Find. Still very good. On run 852, I found a unique Amazon helm that we found many times before, Valkyrie Wing. What atrocities will we see this time? Yeah, I'm really starting to think that RNG God is laughing at me. But then on the next run, 853, I found this. 2 unique rings at the same time. The first is Maynard, and the second is Stone of fucking Jordan. Yes! I gave this in a giveaway immediately after on our Discord channel. If you want to take part in these giveaways, join the Discord. The link is in the description of this video. And Stone of Jordan has a base drop rate of 1 in 16,181 Mephisto runs. On run 860, I found 2 unique armors. The first is Calder's Ire, the best armor in the game for Magic Find. It has a base drop rate of 1 in 4,489 Mephisto runs. The second armor is Tooth Row, that we found before, very good for PvP. On the next run, 861, I found a unique mesh armor that I also found before, Shaft Stop, but this time it rolled with perfect 220 enhanced defense. On run 882, I found a very good unique weapon for Act 2 mercenaries, Viper Fork. With the 50 increased attack speed, it allows mercenaries to reach the fastest attack speed breakpoint of only 9 frames. Then 2 runs later on run 884, I found a very niche unique ring, Nature's Peace. This is the only unique ring in the game that gives the stat Slain Monsters Rest in Peace. That makes corpses not usable in any way. With this, enemies like Nil Attack are not able to cast Corpse Explosion. It has a base drop rate of 1 in 5,394 Mephisto runs. On run 890, I found 2 weapons that I found before. The first is Blade of Alibaba, the second best Magic Find weapon in the game. The second weapon that I found is the Reaper's Toll, again, but this time with a little more enhanced damage, but lower lifesteal of only 12. On run 907, I found a niche unique amulet, Anma's Scarab. The chances to cast amplified damage on striking and 20% bonus to attack rating can make it a pretty good choice for physical characters. On the next run, 908, I found a very good barbarian leveling weapon, the Meat Scraper, and it rolled with almost perfect enhanced damage of 198 out of 200. The increased attack speed, lifesteal, open wounds, and magic find make it very useful while playing through the game. On run 919, I found the best helm in the game for melee characters, Guillaume's Face, FHR, Deadly Strike, Crushing Blow, and Strength. That's all very good. Then on run 923, I found an amazing helm that I found before, the best helm for Act 2 mercenaries, Andy's Visage. And this time it rolled with 10 lifesteal, 149 enhanced defense, which is only 1 from perfect, but only 25 to strength, which is the minimum. 2 runs later on run 925, I found 2 very good items, unique gloves and a unique helm. The unique gloves are Dracul's Grasp, and this time it rolled with only 1 enhanced defense from perfect. This is a very valuable drop. The unique helm is Andoriel's Visage, again, but this time it rolled with much lower stats. On run 961, I found a unique armor that I always love to identify, Ormus Robes, again, but this time with 11, 13, 12, and the skill is Frozen Armor. Then 3 runs later on run 964, I found the helm that gives the highest amount of all resist in the game, Kyra's Guardian, but unfortunately it rolled with only 59 all resist out of 70. This is very good when paired with Guardian Angel and a Mercenary. 4 runs later on run 968, I found a unique pike and a unique helm. The unique pike is Lycander's Flank, which is a very powerful spear for Amazons, and the helm is Kyra's Guardian, again, but this time with 62 all resist, a little bit better. Then 2 runs later on run 970, Mephisto dropped a very good small charm, Shimmering Small Charm of Fire, giving 2 to 3 fire damage and 3 all resist. 3 all resist may seem very low, but it's still very useful on a small charm. And on run 988, I found a very good set weapon for barbarians, Immortal King Stone Crusher, and it rolled with perfect 40 crushing blow. And that's it. I found many very good things in these runs, Perfect Mares, Stone of Jordan, Arachnid Mesh, Andy's Visage, and much more. I think if you have pretty good gear and you're able to reach 500 magic find without sacrificing efficiency, you should really do it. I found a lot more things in these 1000 runs than in my other 1000 runs with lower magic find. I'm currently working on 1000 Andoriel runs with 500 magic find that I will release next week, and after that I will be doing Mephisto and Andoriel runs again, but with 1000 magic find, so please subscribe if you want to be sure to not miss anything. I think these videos will be amazing. Special thanks to our channel members Shinui Zabusa, Tristan G, AftersunFTW, Moz and DamnitDaniel. Thanks so much to all of you for all of your support. Also big thanks to Tristan again, Alhayez and Jeff for helping me with pretty much everything I need. If you want to be part of a very cool Diablo 2 community, don't hesitate to join our Discord. We do giveaways every day, and we currently have hundreds of very good items to give away, so don't hesitate to join the fun. The link is in the description of this video. Thank you very much for watching until the end, and happy grinding!